Now in Nightside, Washington State and Oregon State universities will decide the future of the Pac-12. What's ahead for the conference?
We've got a foggy night in progress. I'll tell you about a dense fog advisory and some wet weather on the way for Wednesday in your First Alert forecast.
And a deadly fire prompts one family into action. Well, your children should know to escape a house fire. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. And we start with that breaking news. A Spokane Valley police officer shot a man this evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice. It started at around 6:30 tonight with a domestic violence call on 10th Avenue near Thierman Road, west of the Dishman Hills. Initial reports said that a man was trying to break into a house. The Spokane Valley police chief says officers believe the man had a gun and possibly had a warrant for domestic violence. We don't know if that man shot at police first or what led up to police shooting the man.
Upon arrival, law enforcement fired. The suspect was immediately treated for his wounds. He was transported to a local hospital.
Chief David Ellis also said a gun was recovered at the scene. No officers were hurt. An independent investigation is now underway. The area is expected to be closed off for several hours. Well, it's going to be a wet start tomorrow, and some of you are actually going to see some snow. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is here with that First Alert forecast.
And right now we are seeing fog, dense fog, in fact, as we look live over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. You can't see much beyond that, but things get even more dire as we head out along Spokane Valley on I-90, the Argonne exit, dense fog on I-90, and I wanted to show the camera at the Geiger exit, but it is so dense I might as well just put up a black slate. We have a dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the area shaded in gray on your screen. That does include Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, parts of the Columbia Basin, and down onto the Washington Palouse. Right now, visibility less than a quarter mile throughout the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, particularly dense from Liberty Lake, Post Falls, through Coeur d'Alene and up around Spirit Lake. Hayden also quite dense with the fog. We have some wet weather moving up into the Palouse. So far, I've been checking the Moscow and Pullman cameras and have not seen any sign of this reaching the ground yet, but it will eventually, and it is trying to make its way further to the north. A cold front dropping down out of Canada will help push that back down through the day tomorrow. I think Spokane's going to be right on the dividing line between dry weather and wet weather. We have a chance of a rain-snow mix in the morning, turning all to rain as we warm up to a high of 42. I will show you the computer model, who's going to get rain, who's going to stay dry, and who might see a little bit of snow. That's coming up in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris. Washington State and Oregon State universities will decide the future of the Pac-12 conference, with a judge in Whitman County ruling the 10 schools leaving the conference have no voting power. WSU and OSU maintain the argument that they intend to preserve the conference. Attorney Eric McMichael argued that WSU and OSU are the only parties that can do this because the 10 departing schools have split interest between the Pac-12 and their new conferences. Judge Gary Leiby agreed.
It feels good. Our arguments were upheld, so I'm going to go celebrate tonight and roll up the sleeves, be ready to work tomorrow.
After the judge's ruling, he added that normal business will not change in the Pac-12, but it will now be governed by the 2 universities who have chosen not to withdraw. The judge also clarified that decisions on distribution of revenue will be solely up to the board, and that is hundreds of millions of dollars. We streamed this high-stakes hearing all afternoon for you on KXLY+. It's where you can watch live updates, breaking news, and weather every 10 minutes. Download the app on your connected TV so you don't miss out. Now, today's big court decision is a big step forward in helping WSU on the field. Julian Minnesone joins us now. And Julian, this allows the Cougs to finally start planning for next season.
Finally. Now, late fall was the deadline that Washington State and Oregon State gave us to have enough time to build that football schedule for next season. But now that WSU and OSU have control of the conference, they could start doing that, and that's huge. One possible option is teaming up with the Mountain West Conference. Both schools have been in talks with the Mountain West about forming a scheduling alliance for 1 or 2 years as they operate as a Pac-2. Today's court decision also helps the WSU football team in recruiting. The football transfer portal opens December 4th, and head coach Jake Dickert is expecting other schools to try to lure his players away. The Cougars now have some clarity on how they can sell the program to current players and potential transfers. And when you're in a spot like WSU, as player retention is everything, you need every competitive advantage possible. So now Jake can go to his players and say, hey, we're going to be part of a PAC conference next year. We could have teams coming in. Might be your best interest to stay with us and be a Cougar.
Yeah, the first step forward, really, for WSU. And when you talked about that scheduling lines with Mountain West, you figure if you have 5 to 8 games with Mountain West schools, you're going to play Oregon State, maybe throw in a Big Sky school. You're not that far away from a 12-game schedule.
Geographically, it works well for them, too.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Julian, thanks so much. All right, take a look at this video. The Spokane Police Department needs your help finding this masked robber. You can see the person walking into a convenience store on North Hamilton, then pointing a gun at the employee. And with information, is asked to contact the Spokane Police Department. Spokane Valley firefighters met with a family in Liberty Lake today for a special fire safety lesson. It happened after the family posted a video asking a burning question. How can you safely evacuate your home in a fire? The goal is to educate and keep the family safe from an incident like this. 2 weeks ago, a house fire that killed 2 children in Millwood left nothing but burned walls and a roof. Peter Choi got answers from local firefighters tonight.
This is Queen Whitley. She's 10 years old.
My grandpa and grandma named him.
But don't let her age fool you. She has burning questions about fire safety.
I was concerned how to get out of my room.
Whitley decided to bring her questions to social media for help.
How do I get out of my room if there's a fire?
Spokane Valley firefighter Sean Wagner heard about the video and came to answer her questions.
Do you think you remember most of what you learned?
Yeah.
Okay, so how about we talk about smoke alarms?
He says to check your smoke alarms, make sure they're installed and working properly. Know where your exits are for emergency, and make sure to close a bedroom door for smoke protection.
Fire loves to grow and it loves to move. And so when you have your bedroom door shut, what you're helping to happen is you're helping keep that fire smaller.
Now, the burning question is, what do you do when you can't escape from the second-story fire? Now, the firefighter says stuffed jacket, blanket, or towel so that smoke can get to you.
If you can't get out of the bedroom through a door, the window will be your second option.
And if you're standing here, staying low under the smoke, and you're like, hey, I'm over here, then the firefighters are going to know where you're at. And they're going to quickly be ready. They're going to throw a ladder up here, and they're going to come and they're going to help you get out of your bedroom.
Our hope is when we're not around to protect them, that they have that know-how and that education that they can help themselves until they're with us again.
Got your hands on the steering wheel?
Spokane Valley Fire Department says to contact their office with any fire safety questions for help.
When we sit down to listen to their questions, we can become united as a family and get those answers together as a family and educate each other.
In Liberty Lake, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
All right, Quinn's going to help a lot of people by asking those questions. Well, Avista says the largest natural gas outage in the company's history is almost over on the Palouse. Everyone who lost services from Colfax to Lewiston should have had theirs restored by tonight. If you weren't able to have a tech come relight your pilot light in this outage, Avista says you can give them a call to reschedule. In just 2 days, another section of the North-South Freeway will be opening. Starting this Thursday, you'll be able to drive from 395 all the way down to Wellesley Avenue. The Department of Transportation says it still has 3 projects that need to be designed before construction can begin to connect the new freeway to I-90, which the DOT hopes to have completed by 2030. A professional tracker is now volunteering to help find this missing Tibetan monk in Ponderay County. The 64-year-old was last seen 1 week ago near the Sravasti Abbey south of Newport. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Ponderay Sheriff's Office. All right, still ahead, the current Spokane mayor sees the city's future as a transition in power lies ahead. Plus, how airlines are hoping to avoid another holiday travel meltdown. That's next on Nightside.
Well, I'm going to have an early peek at your Thanksgiving travel forecast. But first, pick of the night tonight is from Andra Derrickson. Beautiful sunset. This was Saturday's sunset. She captured this image on Lehman Road. That is just east of the Orchard Prairie in northeast Spokane. I'll be right back with your 7-day forecast.
Watch tonight or I wash my beard for nothing. And what's Godzilla like? Is he a cool guy? Do you guys enjoy working
He's awesome.
with him? Yeah.
He's hard to work with. Never hits his marks. He doesn't seem to care.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
All month, we will surprise you.
Weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical? Be able to perform here and here. Make a statement while barely making a sound. And command the road, as well as what lies ahead. How we get there matters.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
He's got the stars.
Yeah.
The studs.
I don't remember a time in my life I didn't watch his show.
And the unexpected.
I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family, with friends, no matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
With effortless power and the reliability of iActive all-wheel drive, Mazda CUVs are built for the Pacific Northwest. Take a test drive today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
Welcome back. The holidays aren't here yet, but it's never too early to help our neighbors in need. Soon, you'll see the familiar red kettles outside of your favorite stores. The Salvation Army raises money to help vulnerable families and children. It's a tradition that dates all the way back to 1891. 4 News Now is joining other local businesses to kick off the event with a corporate kettle kickoff. You can donate now to our virtual red kettle. All you have to do is find the story on our website and make your donation. This year, the money raised will also help wildfire victims. To donate now, just go to KXLY.com.
Waiting for a little bit of snow, but right now it is all rain and very little of it. This is our Doppler radar, and we're south of Spokane, over the Palouse, down into the LC Valley, and we're picking up some green with a warm front that is making its way to the north. But very little of this is reaching the ground. I'll zoom in around the Moscow and Pullman area. We were all in the green in Pullman a short time ago, and as you can see in Moscow, radar is picking up something, but then when we go to the camera of downtown Moscow, I can't tell if it is raining. It is the tiniest of sprinkles, but I don't think it is reaching the ground just yet, but won't be long. I'm quite confident you're going to see some precipitation south of I-90. Spokane and Coeur d'Alene is a little bit more of a mystery. Forecast radar shows that warm front bringing that band of precipitation up toward I-90 by 5 a.m. Don't see any blue in this other than in the mountain areas. That would indicate snow, but our temperatures are right on that dividing line. It depends on how much of the warm air makes it to our region with this warm front. Here is 8 a.m. with just some light rain. A reinforcing round of precipitation comes in the afternoon. Here is noon from Kellogg down through Moscow and Pullman. Then a cold front dropping down from Canada pushes that precipitation to the south and cools us down for a foggy Thursday. Satellite and radar. Here's the cold front that's going to push this precipitation to the south, but it is going to make it just about to the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area before it does. And then once this moves through, we're looking at drier weather and a ridge of high pressure that will be building in for the rest of the week. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have a dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Chance of light rain, possibly mixed with snow, but right now I'm going with the rain. The heaviest rain will be on the Palouse. We're going to be dry Thursday through Saturday, and then another system comes in Saturday night and into Sunday. Tonight, it is clouds and fog. We'll hit that temperature of 30 just after midnight, and then as the warm front approaches, our temperature will be increasing up to a high of 42. Rain, possibly some snow mixing in. Nothing to shovel. Shouldn't make for slick roads as we warm up to 42. Freezing fog may be an issue tomorrow night into a gray Thursday, 39 for a high. And then we are dry through Friday, Saturday. We have another chance of precipitation Saturday night and into Sunday with the rain-snow mix. But boy, smooth sailing Monday, Tuesday. And right now it looks like this trend is going to continue right on through Wednesday and Thursday. Now it's 10 days out, but currently looks like fog may be the only concern with driving around this region for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, such good news for anybody who's planning to travel for the holiday. All right, Chris, thank you. Well, as we're looking ahead to our Thanksgiving forecast, airlines and airports across America are bracing for what's expected to be the busiest holiday travel rush ever. Remember last year with those massive meltdown over the holidays and the widespread cancellations leaving thousands of people stranded? This year, the TSA is expecting to screen 10% more people. So far this year, cancellations are down, but delays are rising to their highest level in a decade, affecting slightly more than 1 in 5 flights. Airlines admit
we certainly need to see more air traffic controllers in place. We're managing through the events. On good days like we're having today, we just have to be mindful that when weather hits certain parts of the country, there are going to be constraints.
Airlines say they're ready, hiring new employees, expanding their schedules, and flying bigger planes to meet demand. So what should you do?
Number one recommendation to people would be pray for good weather. That is always the key. I would also say get to the airport early. If you don't have your airline's app, get it, because you get constant notifications about your gate, any delay, any type of cancellation or anything like that.
Now, hanging over all of this is the potential government shutdown, which would halt pay for TSA screeners and air traffic controllers, although the flight schedule would continue uninterrupted. Well, the city of Spokane is getting ready for a transition of power. Lisa Brown will be the next mayor of Spokane. Current mayor Nadine Woodward conceded this year's mayoral election just last night. But as Woodward looks back, she says she's proud of what she and her team were able to accomplish during her 4 years.
Well, the 2 biggest issues that we really do work on, homelessness and public safety, those were my priorities coming into office. They certainly have been throughout my first term. Homelessness has been a challenge. We've added more shelter space and low barrier beds. We kept people housed during the pandemic that normally wouldn't have shelter space.
Woodward says Spokane is a thriving city with great opportunities in the future, and she's excited to watch it unfold. Kim Please also conceding the race for Spokane City Council President to Betsy Wilkerson. She released a statement saying, "I want to congratulate Betsy Wilkerson on her election as the first woman to serve as City Council President. I'm honored by the record support I recorded from individuals, small businesses, and organizations in Spokane." Most of Spokane County's ballots have now been counted. You can find the most updated election results on KXLY.com. Just click the banner on the top of the screen there. All right, still ahead, watch the Seahawks make a very special visit to Spokane. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside.
Download the KXLY Plus app for weather every 10 minutes.
The Floor Traders Overstock Blowout Sale going on now. Waterproof click together starting at just 99 cents. Tiles starting at only 25 cents. The Floor Traders Year-End Overstock Blowout.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
Hi, I'm Michelle with APH Buys Homes, and we buy houses for cash. We're local home buyers who help homeowners in difficult situations get paid fast. Inherited houses, foreclosures, family disputes, rented or vacant, even nicer homes you just can't keep up with. We buy them all. So before you call anyone else, give us a call for a free cash offer. Just call 509-818-1800. That's 509-818-1800.
Dear road rivals, you may have 4 wheels, headlights, and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. You see, the Camry's been named best-selling car in America. But cheer up, wannabe twinsies. If you try harder, maybe you can catch up. Later, Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Funds are limited. Apply today. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
The Floor Traders Overstock Blowout Sale is going on now. Laminate flooring starting at just 69 cents. Carpet starting at only 39 cents. The Floor Traders Year-End Overstock Blowout.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis. 4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Welcome back to Nightside. It's been over a month since Hamas took 240 people hostage during a series of coordinated attacks. Some Spokane community members with ties to Israel are hoping to get more people to stop and think about those missing in the Middle East. Earlier today, they set up a display outside the federal courthouse downtown. That display showcased 240 pairs of shoes. Underneath each pair was a photo of one of those hostages. Temple Beth Shalom's rabbi says even if Jews don't know these hostages personally, everyone in Israel is considered family, and their fear and pain is felt by Jews everywhere.
B'nai Yisrael, all of us are brothers and sisters, the people of Israel, and we have them continue to be in our hearts, and some of us have relatives and friends who are being held hostage now, and so it's important to all of us.
All of the shoes on display will be donated to the local charity, Our Place. Around the Northwest now, 2 Washington lawmakers are calling the privatized housing at Fairchild Air Force Base unfit for service members and their families. Senator Patty Murray and Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers citing mold, cracks in the infrastructure, and roofs in need of replacement. They sent a letter to the company responsible for maintaining these homes, saying our service members and their families sacrifice so much for our country, and we need to ensure that they have access to dependable housing. To read the full letter, you can look for this story on KXLY.com. Well, check out this video from this afternoon. A charter bus carrying 17 people from Yakima to the SeaTac airport caught fire on I-90 near Snoqualmie Pass. All the passengers escaped safely and even managed to get their luggage out before the entire bus caught fire, leaving a burnt, melted shell behind. The fire was extinguished just after 3 o'clock today. New on Nightside, check out this video from Providence. The Seattle Seahawks paid a visit to Providence Sacred Heart Children's Hospital today. Trey Brown, Jarek Reed, and the mascot Blitz were all there today, helping bring joy to kids in the hospital.
It means the world to be here at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital, you know, just to be able to give back, to reach out to people who, you know, don't have much or are going through some tough times, you know, bring that Christmas joy, just joy in general, and just bring a smile to their face. It means a lot to me.
The Seahawks said they love the support from Spokane fans and are happy to give back. Patients, families, and caregivers were all excited to see some of their favorite football stars. All right, Gonzaga basketball had one final home game before next week's Maui Invitational. What head coach Mark Few had to say about the tough road ahead for the Bulldogs. It's next.
Download the KXLY Plus app for breaking news.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
They're the strongest couple on the beach.
Things are going really well, Blake. It's nice to feel wanted and pursued.
But the arrival of an old flame
Hi, I'm Katie, and I'm gonna pull Blake aside.
could burn it all down.
They were engaged, and they haven't spoken since they cut it off.
It's kind of the worst nightmare.
I am happy to see you.
This is making me want to go home.
What is he doing here?
New Bachelor in Paradise, Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy.
They're very convincing children.
We aren't just HVAC specialists. We're a Lennox Premier dealer. That means we offer the most energy-efficient products on the market with savings you can see and perfect air you can feel. Your comfort is our passion, and we're with you every breath of the way. Enjoy greater comfort and lower energy costs. Call us today and save on Lennox with special incentives and rebates.
Call Norco Heating and Air today.
Well, time for sports. I'm Julian Minnesome. Now, the Kennel is one of the toughest places to play in the entire country. Don't believe me? Well, just ask Eastern Oregon. Gonzaga beat them by 78 points last year, which was a program record. This year, well, it was more of the same. There's Gonzaga head coach Mark Few. Last game before Gonzaga heads to the Maui Invitational to take on Purdue, and Few liked what he saw in this one, especially from that guy, Graham Ike, had 25 points and 11 rebounds. He was unstoppable in this one. More from the Zags. They forced the miss on the defensive end, and Ryan Nemhard gets the ball and is off to the races. Look at that spin move, up and under lay-in. Gonzaga led by 33 points at halftime. Some of the bench players saw an increase in playing time tonight as well, including Jun Suk-yo, who comes in with a pump fake, flying in with the slam. Not sure if I've ever heard the Kennel that loud before. Jun's a fan favorite. Gonzaga rolls 123-57. Next up, the Bulldogs head to that Maui Invitational, and they'll take on the reigning player of the year, Zach Edey, in second-ranked Purdue.
We've got 2 championships over there. I don't know how many programs have 2. And then just obviously just our following, the way our fans travel over there, and there's, I mean, the way they pack that gym, and yeah, it's definitely a special place for me and family and this program.
Gonzaga will look to make it 3 Maui championships. Now, 8 programs, including Gonzaga, have won the Maui multiple times. Bulldogs and Purdue meet at 2 o'clock Monday. 24th ranked Washington State women's hoops on the road against Montana tonight. And this game was all about Cougar forward Bella Murekatete. Montana had no answer for her. Murekatete inside for 2. She tied her career high with 22 points and also added 11 boards. Still in the first half, Cougs up by 3. Estera Tahina finds Genevieve on the back door for 2. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a Washington State women's basketball highlight without their star, Charlize Ledger-Walker. Ledger-Walker buries the 3-ball right there. It was all Cougs in this one. Washington State improves to 4-0 for the first time since 1979. And Alex Pribble gets his first win as the Idaho men's basketball coach. The Vandals defeat the Evergreen State College 88-42. Idaho hosts Pacific Lutheran Friday. And Washington State football is pulling out all the stops to earn a win. The team has held morning practices all season long, but not this week. The Cougars are holding afternoon practices instead ahead of Friday's matchup against Colorado. Now, the game is at 7:30, which is the latest kickoff the Cougars have had this season. So the later practice times, the purpose is for those to help with that. Washington State has to win to keep its bowl game hopes alive, and head coach Jake Dickert is hoping the change in practice times can bring some good juju to the team so they can snap this 6-game losing streak.
Saturday to Friday, it's one less day, but it gets you off your routine more than anything. And the other thing that we did that I love is went to afternoon practices this week just to kind of give us that extra time game planning wise before we hit the field. So we'll be ready for Friday night.
Now, Colorado also needs a win to remain bowl eligible. Kickoff against Deion Sanders and the Buffs. It's a big one. It's 7:30 Friday night. And the Cougars will also be recognizing 17 seniors before the game. And it's crazy to think, even though with the WSU-OSU court hearing today, the plan is to rebuild the Pac, but it will not look the same next year. This is the last Cougar football home game as the Pac-12, as we know it, at least over these last 100+ years.
And yeah, the last several weeks is like we've been saying that this could be the last time these teams play each other for who knows how long. So very, very interesting. All right. Hey, make sure you check out our sports newsletter, The Playbook. Once a week, Julian takes a deep dive into the big sports topics of today. You can sign up for it by clicking on the sports tab on KXLY.com. All right, it's no secret drug overdoses are on the rise on the streets, but what are schools supposed to do if a student begins to overdose? The Biden administration wants every school in America to have Narcan on hand. I found out several school districts in our area already carry it, and I went inside Spokane schools to see what they're doing to make sure our children are safe. You can watch my full special report on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock this Thursday.
GMA this week. Wake up with the Bella Twins on Twin Love and Chris Pine live.
It's so good.
Plus, fasten your seatbelts because GMA's taking you to Vegas, baby, for the F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix. Your morning's about to get fast and cool live on GMA.
Download the KXLY Plus app for live updates all day. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
I met Anidas 10 years ago. He didn't have bad credit, but he just had no credit to begin with. I took the time to really go over some options with him. Fast forward 10 years down the road, he's got his business account with Numerica. He's looking to buy his second home also with Numerica.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind of health care.
So, how did you like that?
Where all of us work together for all that is you.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Since I was 14, I have been addicted to one substance or another. I know that it may seem hard to finally take that first step, but once you do, it's like running down a mountain and everything snowballs, and the Lord works in the best ways, opening doors for you that you never thought possible. Just reach out your hand. Someone will be there to take it.
We know about the rise of overdoses on our streets, but what about in our schools?
It's scary. Kids don't always know what they're taking.
Can a simple nasal spray save lives? 4 News Now goes inside Spokane schools to find out. Thursday at 6. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Dense fog to start the day tomorrow, actually in progress right now, and that's going to continue. The best chance of rain, possibly mixed with snow, is going to be from I-90 south. Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, we're right on the dividing line between drier weather and very wet weather.
Okay. Well, check out this Vermont farm. There are cute golden retrievers everywhere. The farm offers a golden retriever experience where several dogs play and snuggle while guests they get to drink cider. They're almost sold out through mid-December, but they do plan to offer this again next year. So, you know, if you do one of those New England fall foliage tours,
sure.
you can take in the golden retrievers there as well, I suppose.
That would be worth the stop. We do love golden retrievers here at 4 News Now. Alex Crescente and Burrow.
That's right. All right, thanks for being with us here on Nightside. Don't forget, Good Morning Northwest starts bright and early at 5 a.m.